Is surfing always easy? Absolutely not. If seeing someone else struggle brings a smile to your face because you realise it isn't just you having surfing problems, then you're going to enjoy this video. Looking at the visitors to the wave, most surfers seem to have a preference for their forehand. It's pretty hard to pay for waves and then go to the side of the wave pool which you know you won't enjoy as much. But we decided to force ourselves and embrace the opportunity to improve on our weaknesses. Was it easy and fun, or full of frustration and annoyance? You're about to find out. My name is James Davis, and I've been skydiving for over 22 years, competing and jumping all around the world. I want to find out if the latest wave pools can do for surfing what wind tunnels did for skydiving. I'm going to see if an average UK-based surfer can train at the Wave Garden in Bristol for 12 months and learn to get barreled. Here are some of our first attempts on the backhand when we were still using our mid-length board. The advanced wave required our full concentration. It felt like we failed more than we won to start with, and on some occasions we nearly got out of the water. If we had to guess, a 50% success rate would probably be a fair estimate for the first few sessions. So why did we struggle? What observations did we make from reviewing the footage and the thoughts we had in the water? From this session you are watching, you can make some excuses with traffic, but that would only hide the real issues. The main takeaways were how bad the pop-up and catching the wave were on our backhand. If we started badly, we struggled for the rest of the wave. What specifically did we notice? 1. The left wave is not quite the same as the right wave. What do we mean by this? If you just look at the first pulses of both waves and compare, they start at slightly different times and they are slightly different in size. Two, setup. The width of the water, where the critical part of the wave is, seems to be slightly different on the left compared to the right. 3. The wall. On the forehand, you catch the wave naturally looking away from the wall. On the backhand, the wall is more visible. 4. Stance. The natural tendency is to look where you want to go. On the backhand, this encouraged us to open our body up with both shoulders pointing forward. You don't do this on the forehand, and it seemed to screw up our weight distribution. 5. Front foot. As we were popping up and making the drop, the weight felt like it was all over the front foot, which means the fins and the harder part of the rail aren't going to be engaged as much. Taking advice from an inexperienced person never seems to be a good idea. Hopefully it's obvious that these points aren't advice, only personal observations from our time surfing the left reef. Did it get any better? The short answer is yes. Every trip to the wave we surfed the left a couple of times. It didn't tend to be fun, particularly as we'd started to enjoy lots of progression on the right reef, but we believed by keeping at it, then we would improve. Which leads us to another key observation from surfing at the wave: confidence. It seems very easy to lose confidence and let doubt creep into your session when you make a couple of mistakes. It shouldn't make a difference, but it does. We found a good solution was to try and choose sessions that weren't always at full capacity and then go towards the back of the line. That way nobody would lose a wave due to our mistakes and there would be less pressure on us. The only issue now would be a surfer not getting a second wave, but that's something nobody can really complain about. As you can see, our success rate improved. All these waves are from one of our latest sessions where we were testing our new camera setup. The difference between the first set of waves at the start of the video and this session is 2 months, and that we were using the 6.6 and not the 7.4 mid-length. In this one session we managed 21 waves, 23 if you include the 2 we messed up, in 13 sets, which means we did 10 doubles. The surfing is still very basic and lags that of our forehand, but just being able to get into the wave on a more consistent basis and have a better feel for what was going on were a massive step forward. If there was one thing we were super happy with, it was that a bit of determination and taking our beatings really seemed to pay off. In the next episode, we book an Advanced Plus session and see if we are good enough to surf it and what the key differences are between the Advanced and the Advanced Plus settings. Will we do okay? You're going to have to watch to find out.